Welcome back to the channel, Little Flexers. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we have a busted or Beetle deck that I cannot wait to show you the gameplay for. But first, let me say a huge thank you to everybody that has subscribed over the last month. I feel like a broken record when I say this, but I really can't thank you enough for the support. We've also seen a huge boost in supporters on the Patreon, which is down below in the description. If you like this content, and I know 90% of you are watching this with an ad blocker, which is completely fine. I don't mind at all. But if you do want to support the content, either here on Twitch or through the Patreon, again, both of those are down in the description below, are really good ways to support the channel and feel guilt-free about watching all my content with ads disabled. Let's get into the video now. This is our Orbeetle deck that we piloted to a top 8 finish in the Pittsburgh Pokemon Podcast Tournament last week. I thought that Orbeetle would be a fun deck to try. I didn't really have many games with it going into the tournament, but it really turned out to be something that was a lot better than I initially expected. We only lost one game during Swiss rounds, and that was because I didn't even check in. So we technically went undefeated with an intentional draw at the last round to go into top 8, where we faced off against the one matchup that I just couldn't afford to face, which was Victini VMAX with 4 Crushing Hammer and 2 Fan of Waves. So I'm not going to show you that gameplay because, to be honest, it was just me laughing hilariously, and you maybe have saw a clip of that on Twitter. So I'm going to show you some of the games that we actually won where we played the game and not where my opponent just decimated me. Let's take a look at the list here. This is the Orbeetle deck. And of course, it features the Orbeetle VMAX. Orbeetle VMAX has a really cool ability that spreads a bunch of damage counters and a pretty decent attack, Gmax Wave, that does more damage based on how many energy your opponent has on their active. So Gmax Wave can definitely be played around, but if you look at the attack costs of most of the attackers, they're, 2, 3 energy. And so you're going to be hitting for at least 2 shots, especially when you factor in the ability damage. We got our 3 Snorlax. Brittany, of course, is back again with her Gourmandizer ability. Draw until you have 7. Really nice Pokemon to just stick active in the early game, or frankly, even in the late game if you need to recover some resources. Just gets your hand back up and lets you draw into the things that you need throughout the course of the game, because we're really not trying to put down Dedenne, Crobat, and the like. We also have pseudo Pokemon here in Lily's Pokédoll. Again, another thing that you can just shove up if you don't want your opponent to take knockouts, right? You can just put that active, force them to have Gust around it. I'll be frank with you guys, the Lily's Pokédoll didn't really help us all that much in the games. You'll get to see that. Not a particularly useful card. So if I were to play this deck again, I might cut this down to 3 or maybe even 2, but still worth having in some capacity. Coming in here to the supporters, we have probably the most interesting one is the Grimsley. Move 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another. So Grimsley is nice for taking kind of those awkward KOs where they have a bunch of damage on another Pokemon and maybe they slap down a new one and it doesn't have any damage counters. So maybe you can Grimsley and then take a knockout with the Orbeetle. It's just very, very nice. You can get some spooky little knockouts there. We, of course, play as many healing as we almost possibly can with the 4 Cheryl and the 3 Mallow and Lana. Cheryl's really nice. You just get to heal all your Orbeetles at the cost of discarding the energy. And then the Mallow and Lana is super good because you can discard cards from your hand, which can be synergistic with the Snorlax, or you just heal your Orbeetle and you don't have to discard the energy. So both really good, but both in kind of their niche situations. Another really interesting card that we've included is Wondrous Lab. I think I would take it out. It was one of the inclusions that I just added last minute to kind of test around, mess around with it a little bit. I probably would cut that for another Turf Field Stadium if I'm going to go back and play this deck again. The other interesting card that we have is the Tool Scrapper, and this is primarily for a deck like Lucario Melmetal when they have those tools attached. It makes their Zamazentas and their Zacians and their Luke Metals not take any damage from our ability. So I was like, okay, Tool Scrapper, I don't think we really have much of a chance in that matchup, but we'll include a Tool Scrapper nonetheless. And then we also have a couple of Grass Energy. I know a lot of lists play the 4 Weakness Guard, 4 Capture, and 4 Aromatic, but we opted for some Grass Energy just because there is a lot of Fan of Waves, there is a lot of Crushing Hammer, there is a lot of Yveltal. There's just a lot of things that target those special energies, but having the Grass Energy means that they can't use Yveltal, they can't use Fan of Waves, and that makes it just a little bit more special, right? It's just harder to get rid of. So if I were to play this deck, where would I want to play this deck? What meta would I want to play this deck into? Probably an Eternatus meta is a really good place to play this deck. Rapid Strike Urshifu is a generally good matchup. ADP is pretty good. It can go either way, closer to a 50-50 than the other two for sure. So those are some of the big three decks that you want to play. Pikarom is also very, very strong for this deck. And a lot of the Mewtwo variants, if they're not the fire-based variant, are very good matchups for this deck. Where this deck fumbles and where this deck struggles is anything that can take one-shots. So things like Baby Blacephalon or any kind of fire-based deck that hits for weakness, something like the Victini VMAX that we ended up playing in the top 8 would be a great example of that. And it can also struggle with the things that also focus around healing or around energy disruption. So things like Lucario Melmetal is a great example where, especially if they play Crushing Hammer and they can deny you energy, then they just heal with their own Mallow and Lanas, and they have the Zabazentas, and they have the damage reduction tool and all that stuff. So that would be a matchup that I would be a little bit scared to face. But all in all, I think Orbeetle is a really great choice for you in your next tournament. Give this list a spin. It really worked out well. Take a look at these next few games, and let's take a look at Orbeetle VMAX. Hello, Generalization. Welcome to the stream. Hello, anyone that is in the chat that is just lurking. Hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome day. Appreciate you being here. All right, so they're going to quick ball. Yo, seriously, tell me, though, if the music's too loud. I need to go back and review it tonight to see if I can put it up on YouTube later. All right, they get the speed. What else do they got? Another quick ball, 2 quick balls. 2 quick balls. Come on, man. Come on, man. They always have it, bro. You think they're going to play Dedenne here? Seems very likely. Oh, they get a peek. All right. Very cool. This actually seems like a really good matchup if we... like, especially if we get 2 Beetles down. I just don't quite know how we lose. I'm sure there's a way. But... search our deck for, yeah, everything, I think. Let's go ahead and ditch... they might Marnie us. I'm just trying to think about what we care about the most. I think we'll get rid of a turf field. Let's take a U-turn, a capture, and another turf field. Okay. And then... it's tough, man. Do we play the turf? I think we play the turf and we say, you don't have Marnie. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this U-turn board action. I think that's probably the best play. Let's take a look through the deck and see what we have prized. So none of our Pokemon are prized. None of our dolls are prized. We have a reset stamp prized. We have a quick ball prized. Reset stamping prize is actually like very relevant, right? Cheryl prized. Cynthia and Caitlin prized. And a weakness guard energy prized. Okay. So really strong first turn. If they do not Marnie us here, that's just the bust. Let's see. So U-turn board I think goes there, and then we Gormandize. That seems correct. So we just can't have the Marnie, of which they only play 3. So that's why I'm being I was a little bit greedy there. Going for this play because they only have 3 Marnie. So the odds of them hitting it are moderately low. Yeah, okay, so they could like reset stamp, and that's fine. But we just have like the nuts here if they don't do that. So, we'll see. You love orchestral music? My favorite composer is... I have not heard of the first one. But yes, Tchaikovsky is very, very nice. He's a good one. He's one of the good ones. I mean, there's a lot of great composers for sure. So, man, I'm sorry, Anna. That sounds like a rough situation. I'm sorry to hear. That's never fun. Dude, the homies. The whole squad. Squaw! Alright, we can Mallow and Lana. But I feel like I just wanna feel like I just want to... What would we tag call for? Oh, we could tag call for Cynthia and Caitlyn. Oh, that seems pretty good. Yeah. Let's go Cynthia and Caitlyn here. Guzmahala also seems fine to have, or we could just have 2 Sinlins. Or let's go Guzmahala, because I really want to start picking out the aromatic, because like this should be a pretty favorable matchup for us. Let's go put a supporter into our... Yeah, so we'll discard the Mallow and Lana, and we'll just take it right back. Okay. That's fine. So we'll do that. We'll do this. If we get 3 Beetles up, like all we need to do is... all we need to do is get this Snorlax out of the active. So... I just have a feeling that they're going to switch a Retreater. Or they might even swing with the active Boltund. That doesn't seem like a bad play either. But they're going to need their Crushing Hammers to hit for sure. They've already used one. So we would have liked to get an energy attachment there, but it wasn't worth going in with the Guzmahala for. Yeah, so right on cue. Right on cue. Alright, so now our strategy probably pivots a little bit more to spreading damage, especially since we know that they have 3 tag teams on the bench. So... It gets a little rough with the Boltund. We definitely want to take out the Boltund. We need to just put a lot of pressure on, I think. But I don't know what that quite looks like right yet. Especially with that Crushing Hammerheads. I think it's a big decision here whether or not they electrify or attack. I think that's a pretty big decision. I have a feeling that they're going to electrify. Just the problem becomes if they get too much in play, right? Yeah, they're gonna electrify. I think they go to either the Raichu or the Mewtwo. They have my deck list, so I don't know why they're not going to the Mewtwo. But for some reason, that's happening. Let's go there. Okay. I gotta play faster, by the way. Let's see, how many Cynthia and Caitlyn? Got a few left. All right, I'm good to ditch the Grimsley, I think. Let's take the Mallow and Lana. Okay. We're done. Yeah. So now they need to get another Crushing Hammer. I think they maybe had like multiple in hand, so they're trying to... Yeah. So they didn't want to... Man. That's so frustrating. I think they just have all their Crushing Hammers in hand, and so they're using them all up now. That's why they didn't play a supporter last turn. So they're going to boss here. Yeah, this gets really... Yep. Exactly. We're totally right. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Not quite sure on this one why they didn't do that. So we see the switch into the Raichu. We're fine with this. But the Boltund is the scary thing, right? Hey, what's up, Gaming Guru? Welcome to the stream. The Boltund is the scary thing, right? So there's a Tandem Shock. We'll go here. Eerie Beam. Mallow and Lana. Let's get rid of this, and we'll get rid of a weakness guard. Sure. Okay. Eerie Beam. Go there, and then we'll Gormandize. Taking it slow and steady. We want them to knock out the Snorlax. Oh, the Wonder Lab could be really cute too. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that being a nice little counterplay. Now we do need to get a grass energy here. That's a fine Marnie, because we need those energies, man. Really need those energies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're doing 300 damage if you're not keeping track at this point. I think what they might do, they might pass. I think they might pass. Or go in with the peak. Okay, that's great. Wait, this is really good. This is exactly what we wanted. I think the worst thing for us would have been them attacking with Boltund, because we're gonna get a knockout here. Huh. I do not agree. I don't think that a tool is gonna be that important. Let me see. I don't know that a tool is going to be all that important. Let's go ahead and Eerie Beam here. But is it going to be more important than an energy? We have 3 in the discard. Yeah, I don't think a tool is going to be that important. They have 1 Air Balloon and 1 Big Charm. Oh, they have a Big Charm. Big Charm could screw up math. Okay. Let's go there. Let's take... Is it better to take Grimsley? Or Mallow and Lana? Mallow and Lana, I think, because they can go ahead and Tandem Shock. Yeah. This feels really good. And then Retreat. Attach. Eerie Beam. And then G-Max Wave for perfect math. Okay. Yeah, this feels good. The only thing that could get us, because like Beetle is definitely the kind of deck where you don't necessarily want to get ahead early. Like, I think we take that knockout because they just have too much energy on the board, right? Because like then they can start, like they can actually start one-shotting with Boltund. But here we limit their options, right? So I think we need to take that knockout, but at the same time we're leaving ourselves very, very vulnerable to a reset stamp into just no hand. And they're being really smart about it, putting that second Boltund down. So. It's just tough because we don't play a ton of We don't play a ton of draw, right? So. I think they go in here, but they need the stamp. They're going to go for another Dedenne, I imagine. And then there are a lot of things that save us for sure. They're gonna boss up the damaged Orbeetle. This is fine. They can still reset stamp. This is actually fine. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. A reset stamp could still definitely body us. So we'll see what the electric doggos come up with. All right, so now we just really need energy is kind of what it is. We do get a Mallow and Lana. We do get a reset stamp of our own. And there's that big charm that we were talking about. So now what we do, they're down 2. Oh, they don't even take a knockout? Well, that changes things. So I almost want a Mallow and Lana. Get 2 more spreads off. And then do 150 to the active and knock it out. And then we just heal. We heal later. I think this is correct. Let's go search the deck as well. Shuffle the deck, I should say, because we have some juicy cards on the bottom. Let's go ahead and Eerie Beam. So yeah, now we've taken out all their like major threats, and we G-Max. So we go down to 1. What can happen again? I'll just say it. Like, we could once again get bodied by a reset stamp, but I think it's fine. We have like enough healing. Cheryl at this point becomes like a win con because we should be able to spread enough damage on their side of the field. I'm really happy to take out their tool though, their air balloon and their only real attacker. That kind of sucks for sure. They hit 3 heads on crushing hammers. So that's definitely hard to deal with. But as long as we get a Cheryl here, I think we're completely fine. Or a Mallow and Lana, I guess. That'll do, pig. General Zacian, that's not necessarily true. I just want to push back on that. I think you're generally right. But actually with this interaction, the interaction between Marnie and stadiums like that, there actually is a reason that we got Cheryl. We're completely fine. There actually is a reason that you wouldn't want to look through the deck. So I would just push back on that thought. So yeah, we leave this active, I think. And then we'll be done. And then at this point we should be able to stall them out with dolls, I think. Because they don't have too much left. They might not even have a lot of energy left. How many switch do they have left? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 switch cards are down. Okay, so they have 2 switch left. It just gets really hard to continually paralyze, and we're fine to just, again, Cheryl and just build up the damage. I'm a little worried about the Mewtwo, though. So actually, yeah, maybe we need to play around Mewtwo? Mewtwo does 50 more damage for each damage counter. But they're moving off of the Mewtwo. Okay. Do they have a switch? Don't you want to move on to the Mewtwo? They're going to research? They lost! What? Wait, I don't understand. Okay. That was weird. That was really weird. I don't understand that play. Would I like to go first? I mean, I think so. I don't think there's a reason not to, right? You're not donking me. As far as I know. Hit and run? It's not a hit and run. Ooh. That is pretty crazy, drummer. Bro, you just beam over and I know how to win. But I'm not saying it's a guaranteed dub. Alright. So we'll go here. They play Marnie. I'll just Gormandize, man. No real reason to play these, I don't think. I mean, obviously getting out a Beetle is pretty good, but like we want to attach to the Beetle, right? Oh my gosh, he had Marnie. You play 2 Marnie, Dan. I guess that's like karma for our first round. I like this hand significantly more. JSM? JSM? So what we need here, I'm just worried about the dojos too. Oh, they get the Marnie back on top. That's cute. We're gonna do 100 next turn. Tool Scrapper. Do we need? Let's see, Big Charms. I don't think Big Charm really matters, does it? 30. I just want to get back. I mean, there are some tricky things. Like, does the Big Charm matter? Does the Big Charm matter? Because then otherwise we go Quick Ball. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to think too hard about this. All right. We'll go here. Go here. And then I'm going to save the stadium. So that, I'm going to save the stadium because we know Dan's got a lot of stadiums. So. Last card in their hand is Marnie. He's looking to just get up a bunch of Swablues, so respect there. We can afford to just be really patient. I almost might even want to put down another Snorlax, but... we're chilling. Good card. So, they don't get an attack off here. That's pretty good. Another Marnie. Bro, what you doing to me, Dan? What you doing? Where you at? You got plans. Don't say that. Okay, okay. Me too. Marnie goes on the top. Mad respect. Go there. Quick Ball. The other or Beetle. We're just gonna Gormandize. We know we're gonna lose this hand next turn anyway, so I don't really care. To be honest, we maybe wanted to evolve the Orbeetle that didn't have the energy on it. Yeah. Huh. Now I'm thinking about that because we want to just have one Orbeetle that just like tanks a bunch of hits. Yeah, I think so. All right, so they're going to hit us for 90 damage, I believe. Yes, 90 damage, 80 plus 10. Okay. Yeah, we'll go doll here. It's fine. Do get another Beetle. So tag call for like things and stuff. Yo, thank you so much, Capester, for the follow. Wow. I didn't know you didn't already follow. That's dope. Thank you so much. So Lily's Polka Doll. We bring up this Beetle. We attach a U-turn board. Let's go ahead and spread. And then we'll retreat. And once again, we will spread. Let's go ahead and get a Snorlax out. And then we'll be done. We can keep the tag call because there's nothing really that we want to discard. We actually just want like more discard fodder off of things like Mallow and Lana. So that's what we're going to do. The nice thing is that Dan is down 1 scoop up net. They only play 3. So they're down. Oh, and they're down a stadium. Okay, so we could stick Dan. Oh, they have a Marshadow. Okay, this is cute. This is cute. Dan is playing through his outs for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, we will go Eerie Beam. And then I think we can just pass. I think we can just pass. Not really worried about putting on too much pressure because we wanna make the most of our Mallow and Lanas. That's kind of my thought. So we're gonna Cynthia and Caitlyn get back on Marnie, I guess. Yeah, we do want to find our last. We do want to find our last Beetle, though. Hey, thanks, Capester. Appreciate that. So there's a speed dive. All right, so we are going to take a knockout on the Swablu and go up to even prizes, but it seems worth it. So Eerie Beam. Go here. Mallow and Lana. Okay, heal that 120. And then Eerie Beam again. Take that knockout. The Swablu, again, kind of annoying. We just want that out of here. Get a quick ball, that's fine. And then we obviously can't attack. So I'm going to leave it at that. And we'll just probably leave this active in like Eerie Beam. We want to get another U-turn board, actually. And we can actually start using our energy to just retreat. So I might even bring up this Beetle. And we can just start retreating with our energy because we don't necessarily need it right now. So. Okay. Dan obviously seeing that we have Cheryl in our hand. Marnie's us. Screen Peeker. I'm calling Screen Peek Hacks. All right, speed dive. Eerie Beam. We do get this down. Let's go ahead and retreat. Eerie Beam. Baird Keeper. Eerie Beam. That's a lot of damage, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. Like, now we can just... Oh, we already retreated. Yeah, true. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll pass. Oh, thank you so much, Degenerate. Where's my sound? There was no sub sound. Was that like it was yesterday too? Hold on. What did I do? Oh, is it because I'm on the YouTube screen? Sorry, Degenerate. Let me play the song. Play me the song. Play me the song of my people. Oh, it's a default sound. Whoa, something happened with all my stuff. Oh, okay, it's a Streamlabs issue. Oh man, so you guys are hearing all the basic planks, aren't you? I am sorry about that. I need to change that back. All right, so we can take a knockout there. Yeah, we go here. Go here. Eerie Beam. I just want to get this thing out of there, to be honest. Retreat. Eerie Beam. And now we can win the stadium more. I'm looking for Pokemon Legends. Yeah, And then we will pass. Thank you for the follow, 9030. Man, what was that? I must have... I'm trying to think why Streamlabs would be weird like that. Yeah, it just completely reset my stuff. Man. I don't even know where I saved that sound. I had to re-record. The schoolin'. We're going to school. Y'all ready for this? All right, we do take 3 prizes this turn. Oh, I could have... Whoops. I could have won the game this turn. I think it's okay. Forgive me. Forgive me for winning a turn later. All right, or Beetle. Capture energy. And then we just go retreat. And then we win when we attach an aromatic grass because we get another Eerie Beam off. Sorry, Dan. Tough matchup. Really tough matchup. Do I ever play Expanded on stream? I do. I do. Not recently, though. I found that the Expanded format is getting a little, it's getting a little big for me, actually. And I can only imagine how it makes a new player feel. But it's like, it's very big, you know what I mean? Like, there's just too much in it. There's just too much in it. GG, Dan. Hey, thank you so much, Degenerate, for popping in. Appreciate it.